Okay guys, so here I have the new Hohem MT3 gimbal, and this is a gimbal that we've been waiting for quite some time. So let's see how good or not so good it is, because it promised a lot. Oh, wow, wow, that's very well packed. Looks really nice. So let's just let's get rid of this. Okay, so it's got a security tag there. Let's see. Oh, that's very nice. The packaging looks really nice, actually. You know, they spent some good money in this. All right, first impressions. We have the detachable LCD as we have on the M7, so that's very good. It definitely feels bulkier. Nice gimbal fit. Smartphone mount, that's very nice. And I imagine this is the camera plate. Okay, it's the plate. The cables. This is for action cameras and similar. Why would you put an action camera in a gimbal this big? But I guess on a pinch, if you got nothing else, you know, maybe. Oh, we've got something else here. In a nutshell, that's the box. But the main thing is the gimbal itself. So, first impressions, it feels really good. The fit is stable, sturdy. The LCD fits really nice. The AI now is integrated. It's a lot smaller though. And the LCD as well integrated onto this bracket is definitely a lot smaller than it was before. You got your USB-C power cable for cameras, two more here. So you can power a lot of accessories through this. This is great, especially if you have accessories like wireless follow focus or things like that. The fact that you can power them from the gimbal itself, this is very nice. The sliding of the axis feel very good. What is this for? Oh, this is very nice. This is very nice. No way. Okay, two things that I really like already. This is something that I genuinely like, okay? Because you can lock this in place and now you can detach the camera and reattach it very easily, okay? You don't need to kind of undo this plate and then fit it back on. This is actually really good, and it's got some little measurements here, so you can line it up with a line there, so you know exactly where you need to put it in case that you need to pop it off. But what I really like is this. This is very good, because you know, one of the most annoying things to do is when you have to adjust this axis, the camera back and forth. A lot of the times you have to wiggle back and forth. Now you have this button here that does it really nice. Wow, that's really smooth. This is very good. And it's got a support also at the front for a lens support bracket. So if you have a lens support bracket, which I have more than I can count, you can attach it here using a 3/4 inch standard thread. So that should be okay for pretty much anybody. What does this do? Okay, so that's the bracket. Oh, that's very nice as well. And very smooth. Wow, and it gives you quite a big range as well. If you loosen up to actually slide in, you can do vertical very quickly. Wow. The AI tracker now has the on-off is here. It's got a switch that you can turn on and off. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, it's smooth. It moves really smooth. I think they've spent a good amount of time refining this. The locks feel really solid. I mean, this is not going anywhere. You got a USB-C there, you got a bracket already that comes built in, so you can attach either a 1/4-inch adapter or accessory or a handle. Okay, so this is the MT2, and I love the MT2. I think the MT2 is a fantastic gimbal, but this one is definitely bigger. It's got a bigger battery. Obviously the LCD, this is the highlight of this gimbals, because this LCD is gonna give a lot of options. You see here you have a little bit of friction, but here is very smooth. On this one, if you wanted to adjust back and forth, you need to slide the plate manually, whereas here you can do it with this jog. I think I can clearly see the much better design. It's got a 1/4-inch as well here for adapters. The sensor on the MT2 is not as well integrated as with the MT3. This is built into the actual body. This feels like it was designed with the sensor in mind, whereas this one feels like it was kind of put together as an afterthought. And obviously this could easily pop off. As you can see here, you take this thing and the sensor comes off. Whereas with this one, this is fixed, it's not going anywhere. This is very good. I've had a couple of situations where the sensor on the MT2 just popped off, and you know, there was one time that I actually thought I lost it, and it was just lying at the bottom of the camera bag. Integrated LED light. The materials are not that different than the MT2. If anything, this feels a better grip than this one, because this one feels chunkier, but this is just a matter of getting used to it. The design is very similar. Obviously, this one has a 2.5 kilo payload, which is a lot more than the MT2 at 1.5. So that 1 kilo extra, which you can probably push it a little bit, that means that you can probably put most compact camera and lenses configuration. So this is really good. My first impressions, they've done a very good job. Now the question is it as good in real life as it looks on paper? You can watch my review just up here, and I will see you there.